picking away. Oh, white folks knows I'm working. They know 'twon't be no shirking. Hi-ho, I knows I'll get my pay. Ain't no use kicking, 'cause I'll be picking till all my children is grown. Then I'll shuffle and skip and shuffle to have a field of my own. All my life I've been making it all my life. White folks taking it, this old heart, they just breaking it. You gotta think just a picking away. Oh, white folks knows I'm working. They know 'twon't be no shirking. Hi-ho.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We once played together, Horace, remember?
What, Bertie?
We played together, you and me.
Papa used to play?
Indeed he did.
I never knew.
He played the fiddle very well, too.
Where's your mama?
Gone to Miss Safronia's to fit her dresses.
Addie,
Yes, Mr. Hodes.
tell Cal to get on his things. I want him to go on an errand.
It's too bad it's been raining all day, Papa. But you can go out in the yard tomorrow. Don't be restless.
I'm not restless, darling.
I remember so well the time we played together, your papa and me. It was the first time Oscar ever brought me here. And I'd never seen all the Hubbards together all before. And you know what a ninny I am and how shy. And you said you could play the fiddle. And you'd be much obliged if I played with you. I was much obliged, all right, all right. Horace, you haven't heard a word I've said.
Bertie, when did Oscar go to Chicago?
Yesterday? What? He got back yesterday. Hasn't he been here yet?
No, neither has Uncle Ben. Since that day.
I didn't know it was that bad. Oscar never tells me anything.
The Hubbards have had their great quarrel. I knew it would come someday. It came.
It came. It certainly came, all right.
Oh, but Oscar seemed in such a good humor when he got home. I didn't know.
I can understand that.
Daddy, the party, what for?
Nothing for. I had the fresh butter, so I made the cakes, and a little elderberry does the stomach good.
Oh, a party just for us. Hey, let's play party music, Zan.
Come over here, Mr. Horace, and don't be thinking so much. A glass of elderberry do you more good.
Good cakes, Daddy. It's nice here. Just us. Be nice if it could always be this way.
It's quiet, restful.
Well, it won't be that way long. Little while now, even sitting here, you gonna hear the red bricks going into place. The next day, smoke will be pushing out the chimneys, and by church time that Sunday, every human born of woman will be living on chicken. That's how Mr. Ben's been telling the story.
They believe it that way?
Believe it? They used to believe in what Mr. Ben orders. Ain't been so much talk around here since Sherman's army didn't come near.
They are fools.
You ain't born in the South unless you a fool.
No, we didn't play together after that time. Oscar said he didn't like me to play on the piano. You know what he said to me that night?
Who?
Oscar. He said he didn't like music. He said music made him nervous. He said he just sat and waited till the next note. And he wasn't poking fun either. He meant it. You know, your papa don't like to admit it, but he's been mighty kind to me all these years. Oh, often he'd step in when somebody said something. And once he even stopped Oscar from her... Oh, I'm sorry I said that. Well, here I am so happy, and yet I think about bad things. Now, that's not right now, is it?
Have a cake, Cal.
Want to show off?
What time is it, Cal?
About 10 minutes before it's 5.
Right. You walk yourself down through the bank.
It'll be closer. I'm going to go be with Mr. Manda, Mr. Leo, Mr. Joe Horn.
Go in the back way. They'll be at the table going over today's business. See that box?
Yes, sir.
You tell Amanda that Mr. Horace is much obliged to him for bringing the box. It arrived all right.
But sir, he know you got the box, sir. He bringing himself on Wednesday. He even said,
You
do it, Cal.
just say what I tell you to say. Understand?
No, sir, I don't understand. Tell me to tell a man you got a box and you already got it. You say, understand?
Now, Cal.
No, tell a man you got the box. You must oblige to him for getting it. I don't understand it, but I'm going to say it. That's all there is to it.
Tell him I want him to come here after supper and bring Mr. Saul Fowler with him.
He's to come after supper and bring Mr. Saul Fowler, your attorney at law, with him.
That's right. You just walk in that back room and say your piece. In front of everybody.
Yes, sir.
Is anything the matter, Papa?
Oh, no, nothing.
Miss Birdie, that elderberry gonna give you a headache spell.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think it will.
Do you want your medicine, Papa?
No, I'm all right, darling.
My mama used to give me elderberry wine when I was a little girl for hiccups. You know, I don't think people get hiccups anymore. Isn't that funny? I used to get hiccups just when I shouldn't have. Oh.
And nobody get growing pains no more. That is funny. Just as if there was some style in what you get. 1 year in ailments, 1 year in ailments. What ain't? Yeah. And the next year.
I remember.
What ain't?
It was my first big party. I remember. It was my first big party. And there I was with the hiccups, and Mama laughing. And there I was with the hiccups, and Mama laughing. A big party, lovely dress from Mr. Worth's in Paris, France. A big party, and lovely dress from Mr. Worth's. My brother pounded me on the back, and Mama with the elbows. My brother pounded me on the back, and Mama. Everybody was on their way to come. I was such a ninny. Everybody was on their way to come. I was such a ninny. Hiccuping away. That was the first time I ever saw Oscar Hubbard. The Belongs were selling their horses. I ever saw Oscar Hubbard. The Belongs were selling their horses. He was on his way to buy. He lifted his hat. He passed. I could see him from the window. He lifted his hat. My brother, to tease Mama, said maybe we should have invited the Hubbards to the party. She said, he said, Mama said maybe we should have invited the Hubbards to the party. He said she didn't like them because they kept and then he said that was old-fashioned. I saw Mama angry. And then, for the first time in my life, I saw Mama angry. She said she was old-fashioned, but not in that way. She said she was old-fashioned, but not in that way. Killed animals they couldn't use. She said she was old-fashioned. And obeyed their money, charged awful killed animals they couldn't use. And obeyed their money, charged awful interest to poor, ignorant niggers. Cheating them on what they bought. I'd never seen her face like that. Very angry, Mama was. And then suddenly she laughed. She said, "Oh, look, a frightened birdie." Suddenly she laughed. She said, "Oh, look, and so she a frightened birdie run out of the hiccups." And so she had. They were all
mighty well off cheap niggers. Yeah. Well, they got mighty well off eat the earth and eat all the people on it. Just like in the Bible with the locusts. And eat all the people on it. Just like in the Bible with the locusts. Then there's people who stand around and watch them do it. Sometimes our people ain't right to stand around.
Like I say, you know, if we could just go back to Lionette. Everybody be better then. If we could just go back to Lionette. And kind. Everybody be better then. I like people to be kind. Good and kind. Don't you, Horace? Don't you like people to be kind?
Yes, Bertie.
Don't you, Horace? Don't you like people to be kind?
Yes, Bertie.
Whoa, that was the first time I ever saw Oscar. Whoa, that was the first time I ever saw Oscar. Something? I don't like Leo. Something? My own son. I don't like Leo. I don't like him. My own son. I guess I even like Oscar more.
Why'd you marry Uncle Oscar?
I guess I even like Oscar more.
Why'd you marry Uncle Oscar?
Why not? She's heard enough around here to ask anything.
Aunt Bertie, why did you marry
She's
Uncle
heard
Oscar?
enough around here to ask anything.
Aunt Bertie, why did you marry Uncle Oscar?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought I liked him. I thought I was kind to him. I liked him. I thought that was because he liked me, too. He was kind to me. I thought that was because he liked me, too. That wasn't the reason. But you can ask him why he married me. I can tell you that. He's told to me often enough. You can ask him why he married me. I can tell you that. He's told to me often enough. Was good. And the cotton on Lionet's Field, my family was good. Ben Hubbard wanted the cotton, and Oscar Hubbard married it. Was better. Ben Hubbard wanted the cotton, and Oscar Hubbard married it for him. He used to smile at me. He was kind to me. He hasn't smiled at me since. He used to smile at me. Everybody knew that's what he married me for. He hasn't smiled at me since. Everybody but me. Everybody knew that's what he married me for. Stupid me! Everybody but me. Stupid.
Papa?
Stupid me!
I mean, when you feel that, couldn't we go away? Papa? I mean, by ourselves. Couldn't we find a way to go? Couldn't we go away?
I know what
I mean,
you
by
mean.
ourselves. Couldn't we find a way to go?
I know what you mean. We'll try to find a way.
Talking like this, you're gonna get a headache.
No, I never had a headache.
Talking like this, you're gonna get a
You know it as well as I do. I never had a headache. You know it as well as I do. I never had a headache, Zan. All by myself in my room. By myself. I drink all by myself in my room. When they want to hide it, they say, "Oh, Bertie's got a headache again." And then when they want to hide it, they say, "Oh, Bertie's got a headache again."
I love you. I'll always
You won't
love
like me.
you.
You won't like me anymore.
Well,
I love you.
don't love me. Well, because in 20 years you'll be just like me. They'll do all the same things. In 20 years you'll be just like me. Oh, they'll do all the same things to you. In 20 years. Oh, 22 years. I've never had 22 years. Single whole day. I've never had one single whole day of happiness. With you all, but I'll never be today single whole today with you all, but never single. I say to myself, if I just had one more whole day, I say to myself, if I just had one, and that's the way you'll be. Day, then you'll trail after them. Hoping they won't be so mean to you that day, or say something to make you feel so bad. Hoping they won't be so mean to you that day, or say something to make you feel so bad. You haven't got my mama to remember. You'll be worse off. You haven't got my mama to remember.
I guess we're all trying to make a happy day. We sit around and try to make nothing's happened. We try to pretend that we're not around and try to pretend nothing's happened. Make believe we try to pretend that we're someplace else. Make believe we're all by ourselves someplace else. And it doesn't seem too big. Come now, Aunt Bertie, I'll walk you home. You and me. Come now, Aunt Bertie, I'll walk you home. You and me.
You and me. You and me.
Well, first time I ever heard Miss Bertie say a word. Maybe it was good for her. I'm just sorry Zan had to hear it. You feel bad, don't you?
So you didn't want Zan to hear? It would be nice to let her stay innocent like Bertie at her age. Let her listen now. Let her see everything. How else is she going to know she has to get away? I'm trying to show her that. I'm trying, but I only got a little time left. She can even hate me when I'm dead, as long as she learns to hate and fear this.
Mr. Horace?
Pretty soon, there won't be no one to help her but you.
What can I do?
Take her away.
How can I do that? You think they just gonna let me walk away with her?
I'll fix it so they can't stop you when you're ready to go. You'll go, Addie.
Yes, sir, I promise.
I'm going to have Saul Fowler make me a new will. They'll try to make trouble, but you make Zan stand firm, and Fowler will do the rest. Addie, I'd like to leave you something for yourself. I always wanted to.
Don't you do that, Mr. Horace. A nigger woman in a white man's well, I'd never get it no-how.
I know. But upstairs in the armoire drawer, there's $1,700 bills. It's money left over from my trip. It's in an envelope with your name. It's for you.
$1,700 bills? My God! Mr. Horace, I won't know how to count up that high. It's mighty kind and good of you.
No.
I don't know what to say for thanks.
I'm back. I'm back.
So we see.
Well?
Well, nothing. And I said my piece. Said, Mr. Manda, he's obliged to you for getting the box to him all right. Wipe my hands on my coat. I lied my life out. I wipe my hands on my coat. I can't help doing it. But anyway, as soon as I said it, Mr. Leo, he jumped up and he said, "What box? What you talking about?"
Did he?
Mm-hmm. He told Mr. Manda he got something to do, and he had to go. Mr. Manda told him to sit your ass right down and finish your work like you the president. Well, Mr. Manda, he seemed pretty confused because he knows you got the box all right. Well, some men take news easy, some do not.
Mr. Leo was telling the truth. He has got something to do. I hope Manda don't keep him too long. Leave me where I am.
But that's Miss Regina coming back.
Go away, Addie.
Mr. Horace, don't talk no more today. You don't feel well, and it won't do no good.
Go on.
We had agreed that you would stay in your part of this house and I in mine. This room is in my part of the house. Please, don't come down here again.
I won't.
I'll get Cal to take you upstairs.
Before you do, I want to tell you that after all, we have invested our money in Hubbard, Sons and Marshall Cotton Manufacturing.
What are you talking about? You haven't seen Ben. When did you change your mind?
I didn't change my mind. I didn't invest the money. It was invested for me.
What?
I had $88,000 worth of Union Pacific bonds in that box. They are not there now. Go and look. Go and look, Regina. Those bonds are as negotiable as money.
What kind of joke are you playing on me now?
I don't look in that box very often, but 3 days ago, on Wednesday it was, because I had made a decision.
I want to know what you're
Don't
talking about.
interrupt me again! Because I had made a decision, I sent for the box. The bonds were gone, $88,000. Gone.
Do you think I'm crazy enough to believe what you're saying?
Believe anything you like.
Where did they go to?
They are in Chicago, I should guess, with Mr. Marshall.
What did they do, walk to Chicago? Have you really gone crazy?
Leo took the bond.
I don't believe it.
I wasn't there, but I can guess what happened. This fine gentleman, to whom you are willing to marry your daughter, took the keys and opened the box. You remember the day of the fight, Oscar went to Chicago? Well, he went with my bonds that his son Leo had stolen for him, and for Ben, of course, too.
When did you find out the bonds were gone?
Wednesday night.
I thought that's what you said. Why have you waited 3 days to do anything about it? This will make a fine story.
Couldn't
A
it?
fine story to hold over their heads. How could
But,
they be such fools?
But I'm not going to hold it over their head.
What?
I'm going to let them keep the bonds as a loan from you. An $88,000 loan. They should be grateful to you. They will be, I think.
I see. You are punishing me. But I won't let you punish me. If you won't do anything, I will now.
You won't because you can't. It won't do you any good to try to make trouble because I shall simply say I lent them the bond.
You would do that?
For once in your life, I am tying your hands, Regina. There's nothing for you to do.
I see. You are going to lend them the bonds and let them keep the profits. And there's nothing I can do about it. Is that right?
Yes.
Why did you say that I was making this gift?
I was coming to that. I'm going to make a new will, Regina, leaving you $88,000 worth of Union Pacific bonds. The rest will go to Zan. It's true that your brothers have borrowed your share for a little while. After my death, I advise you to talk to Ben and Oscar. They won't admit anything. And Ben, I think, is smart enough to see that he's safe because I knew about the theft and said nothing, nor will I say anything as long as I live. Is that clear to you?
You will not say anything as long as you live.
Yes. And by that time, they probably will have replaced the bond. And they'll belong to you, and nobody but us will ever know what happened. They'll be around any minute to see what I'm going to do. I took good care that word should reach Leo. They'll be mighty relieved to hear I'm going to do nothing, and Ben will think it all a capital joke on you, and that will be the end of that. There's nothing you can do to them, nothing you can do to me.
You must hate me very much.
No.
I think you do. Anyway, we've never been very good together. But I don't hate you either. I've only contempt for you. I've always had.
I was in love with you. Why did you marry me?
I was lonely when I was young.
You were lonely?
Not in the way people usually mean. I was lonely for all the things I was never going to get. Everything in this house was so busy and there was so little place for what I wanted. I wanted the world. Then Papa died and left all the money to Ben and Oscar.
And you married me?
Yes. I thought you would. But I was wrong. You were a small-town clerk then, and you haven't changed.
And that wasn't what you wanted?
No, it wasn't what I wanted. It took me a while to find out that I'd made a mistake. And as for you, oh, I don't know. It was almost as if I couldn't stand the kind of man you were. I used to lie in bed at night, praying that you wouldn't come near me.
Really? It was as bad as that?
Remember when I went to Dr. Sloan, and I told you that he said there was something the matter with me, and that you shouldn't touch me anymore?
I remember.
But you believed it. I couldn't understand that. Couldn't understand how anybody could be such a soft fool. That was when I began to despise you.
Oh, why didn't you leave me?
I told you. I married you for something. Turned out it was only for this. This wasn't what I wanted, but it was something. I never thought about it much, but if I had, I would have known that you would die before I would. But I couldn't have known that you would get heart trouble so early and so bad. I'm lucky, Horace. I've always been lucky. I'll be lucky again.
Tell Addie the other bottle's upstairs. Addie! Addie!
Horace? Cal! Come here! He's had a bad attack. Help me take him upstairs.
Oh my God, it's a horse!
Addie, what?
I'm going for the doctor. Go upstairs. Hello?
only use ringing a bell when the door was open. If you're gonna ring a bell, somebody should answer it. Regina! Eddie! What the hell? Cal!
What damn noise?
Where is everybody?
The horse had an attack. Stop all the noise.
Uncle Horse, what happened?
Oh,
You see Mr. Oscar, Mr. Bennett? Answer me, what happened?
You have things to do.
When this happened, what's the matter with him? I think probably be someplace where you can find him. I've been looking for him all afternoon. Ah!
I hope it's not a bad attack.
Well, it's the first one it had since he come home.
I've been looking all over town for you, Uncle Ben.
Well, where is he?
Andy said it was sudden.
Where is he? When did it happen?
Upstairs. Will you listen to me, please? I've been looking all over town for
Do you
you.
think we should go up?
Well, I don't know.
Will you listen to me?
What is the matter with you?
I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to find you for an hour.
Tell me what?
Uncle Horace knows about the bonds. He knows about them. He's at the box since Wednesday.
Oh, stop shouting. What the hell are you talking
I'm
about?
telling you, he knows about the bonds. Ain't that clear enough?
You goddamn fool, stop screaming!
What happened? And talk quietly.
You heard me. Uncle Horace knows about the bonds. He's known since Wednesday.
How do you know that?
Because he went down and told the man, and he said the box came okay or
That
something.
might not mean a thing.
Oh, and might not, huh? Because then he told the man he could come here tonight with Sal Fowler with him. I guess that don't mean a thing either, huh?
Ben, do you think that he's seen the box?
Well, there's the box.
Oh,
Put it down, you ass. What are you gonna do? Eat it?
I'm just going to take it.
Now, you put it down and don't touch it again. Sit down and shut up for a minute.
So since Wednesday, you said he's had it since Wednesday, and so far he hasn't said something. I
I
don't
could just
understand.
take the box, put it back before anybody knows.
Oh, but he's had it since Wednesday, and he has not said a word to us.
Why? Why?
What's the difference? Why? He was getting ready to say plenty. He was going to tell South Owen tonight.
Be still!
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that. That's great. What do I care what you believe? I do the dirty work. You just stand here and do nothing. What am I supposed to say?
I'm remembering that. I'm remembering that, Leo.
What do you?
If you don't tell this little fool to shut up, I'll show you what I mean. Now, for some reason, he knows, but he don't say a word.
Maybe he doesn't know that we are the ones that...
That Leo? No, he's nobody's fool. Now, does Meander know those bonds are missing?
I don't know. It's that crazy. I don't think so. Because he seemed kind of puzzled about it. You know?
Well, we gotta find out.
How is he, Cal?
Oh, he looks bad, Mr. Ben. He looks bad.
But when did it happen?
I don't know, this morning he looked fine, but then he's on a staircase, he's falling over, his eyes are tight.
Dr. Sloom's over at the Belongs. Hitch the buggy and go get him.
You never find that Sloan when you need him.
Oh, it sounds bad.
Oh, he told her about it. His own wife, Aunt Regina, he must have told her about it.
Well, he might have told her, but they're not on such pretty terms, so maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Now, you listen to me. If she doesn't know, then this could work out all right. If she does know, I mean, you just say that he lent you the bonds.
Lent them to me? Who's going to believe that? Huh?
Oh, nobody.
Don't you understand? It can't hurt just to say it.
Why should I say he lent them to me? Why not to you? Why not to Uncle Ben?
Because he didn't loan them to me, and you remember that.
Well, all he has to say is he didn't lend them to me. What am I...
For some reason, he's not talking, is he? What happened?
He's had a bad attack.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm so sorry we weren't here when Horace needed us.
When you needed us, we could help you.
Yes.
Is he, how is he? Can we go up?
He's not conscious.
It's that bad? Oh, wouldn't you think Sloan could be found quickly just once? Just once!
I don't think there's much for him to do.
Oh, don't say that. I mean, he's come through these attacks before, and he will this time.
Well, we haven't seen each other since the day of our fight.
Oh, that was nothing. I mean, Oscar, you, me, we used to fight when we were kids.
Do you think we should go up? Is there anything we can do for Horace?
You don't feel well, huh?
No, I don't. Horace told me about the bonds this afternoon.
What bonds? What bonds? What are you talking about?
The Union Pacific bonds, Horace's Union Pacific bonds?
Yes.
Well, what about them? What could he say?
He said that Leo had stolen the bonds and given them to you.
Oh, that's absolutely ridiculous, Regina.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't steal
Isn't
nothing.
it enough that he stole them from me? Do I have to listen to this in the bargain?
Well, you are talking crazy.
Yeah, what you talking about, bonds? I don't know what you...
Would you ask them to stop that, please?
Are we getting at this from the wrong end there, Regina? What did Horace tell you?
He told me that Leo had stolen the bonds.
I didn't steal no...
Finish. Then he told me that he was going to pretend that he had lent them to you as a present from me. So there was nothing I could do about it. So the rest of the money would go to Zan. That is all.
I told you I could. Told you you left it to me.
So I'm very badly off, you see. But Horace said there was nothing I could do about it as long as he was alive to say that he had lent you the bonds.
Oh, don't feel that way. I mean, this can all be explained. It can all be adjusted. It's not as
you
bad.
at least are willing to admit that the bonds were stolen.
I admit nothing of the kind. Now, it's possible that Horace may have made up part of that story to tease you.
Oh.
To punish you. To punish you.
It's not a pleasant story. I feel bad, Ben, naturally. I hadn't thought that my brother...
Well, you shall have these bonds back safely. I mean, that's the understanding, isn't it, Oscar?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to know that. I had greater hopes.
Don't say that. I mean, yeah, that's just foolish. Now, look, I think we all ought to go out there and find Sloan ourselves. And if we can't find him, we'll go up to Senateville and get Dr. Morris. As for this matter, don't think I'm being dismissive, because I'm not. We'll just have it out on a more appropriate day.
I don't think you had better go yet. I think you had better stay and sit down.
We'll be back with Sloan.
No, Cal is going for them. I don't want you to go.
Don't worry.
You will come back in this room and sit down. I have something more to say.
Since when do I take orders from you?
You don't. Yet. Come back, Oscar. You too, Leo.
Oh, my dear Regina, this is all a big misunderstanding.
Now, Horace has already clipped your wings, and Whittley. Do I have to clip them too? You do better with a smile, Regina. I'm a soft man for a woman's smile.
I'm smiling, Ben. I'm smiling because you are quite safe as long as Horace is alive. But I don't think he's going to live. And if he doesn't live, I want 75% in exchange for the bonds.
Greedy? What a greedy girl you are. You want so much of everything.
Yes, and if I don't get it, I'm going to put all three of you in jail.
Understand nothing?
You are almighty crazy.
Now, what evidence are you going to send Oscar and Leo to jail?
Listen to that, Oscar. Get ready to swear that you and Leo did it all. Oh, don't be angry, Oscar. I'm going to make sure that he goes in with you.
You try anything you like, Regina. I think we can stop all this and say goodbye to you. It's his money, and obviously he's willing to loan it to us. Learn to make threats when you can carry them out. For how many years have I told you that a good-looking woman gets further by being soft and appealing? Mama used to tell you that. Now, where the hell is Sloan to get that buggy?
What? Alexandra? What's the... What? Oh, my God. didn't know. I mean, who could have known? I didn't know he was that sick.
It seems like just the other day when he first came here.
Yes, that's true. You know, the whole town loved him and respected him.
Did you love him, Uncle Oscar?
Certainly. What a strange thing to ask.
And did you love him, Uncle Ben?
He had.
And you, Mama, did you love him too?
I know how you feel, but please try to control yourself, Alexander.
I'm trying. I'm trying very hard.
Now, grief makes some people laugh and some people cry. It is better to cry, Alexandra.
What was Papa doing on the staircase?
Please go and lie down, my dear. We all need time to get over shocks like this. Please. Go, Alexander.
Oh, wait, Mama, I've got to talk to you.
Later. Go and rest now.
Oh, wait, Mama. I've plenty of time. All my life.
What was I saying? Well, tomorrow morning I shall go to Judge Sims and I shall tell him about Leo.
Not in front of the child,
I
Regina.
didn't ask her to stay. Tomorrow morning I go to Judge Sims.
And with what proof? What proof of all this?
None. I won't need any. The bonds are missing, and they are with Mr. Marshall. That will be enough. And if it isn't, I will add whatever is necessary.
Well, I'm sure of that.
You can be quite sure.
No, we'll deny anything.
Deny your heads off. You couldn't find a jury in this state who wouldn't weep for a woman whose brother stole from her. And you couldn't find 12 men in this state that you haven't cheated and who hate you for it.
What kind of talk is this? I mean, we're your own brothers. How can you say something like that when upstairs, not 5 minutes ago, you were babbling on?
There are some people who can never go back. They must finish what they start. I am one of those people, Oscar. What was I saying? Well, they'll convict you. But I don't much care if they don't, because by that time you'll be ruined. I shall also tell my story to Mr. Marshall, who likes me, I think, and who won't want to be involved in your scandal. A respectable firm like Marshall and Company, the deal would be off in an hour, and you know it. Now, I don't want to hear any more from either one of you. There'll be no more bargaining in this house. I'll take my 75% and we'll forget the story forever. Now, that's one way of doing it, and the way I prefer. But you both know me well enough to know that I don't mind taking the other way.
None of us
All right.
have never known you well enough, Regina.
You're getting old, Ben. Your tricks aren't as smart as they used to be. All right. I take it that's settled and I get what I asked for.
Are you going to let her do this?
You have a suggestion?
No, he hasn't. All right. Now, Leo, I have forgotten that you ever saw the bonds. And if you boys behave yourselves, I have forgotten that we ever talked about them. You can draw up the necessary papers tomorrow morning. You're a good loser, Ben. I like that.
Well, I say to myself, what's the good? We're not like Oscar. You and I are not sour people. I think it comes with a good digestion. So it is, one wins today, loses tomorrow, wins the next day. Years of planning, I get what I want. Then I lose it. I'm not disappointed. Century's turning. The world is open. It's open for people like you and me. It's ready for us, waiting for us. After all, this is a new beginning. There are hundreds of Hubbards out there, rooms like this all across this country. They may not be Hubbard, but they are all Hubbards, and someday they will own this country. We'll get along.
I think so.
I say to myself, things may change. And I agree with Alexandra. What was he doing over there near those stairs? I ask myself that.
And what do you answer?
I have no answer. Maybe someday I will, maybe never. But when I do, I'll let you know.
When you do, write me. I'll be in Chicago. Ah, Ben, if Papa had only left me all his money.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, certainly. You boys will sort of be working for me now.
Alexandra, you're getting to be a right interesting girl. Well, good night, all.
What did you want to talk to me about, Alexandra?
Change my mind. I don't want to talk. There's nothing to talk about now.
You're acting very strange, not like yourself. You had a bad shock today, I know that, and you loved Papa. But you must have known this would come sometime. You knew how sick he was.
I knew. We all knew.
Good for you to get away from here. Be good for me, too. Time heals most wounds, Alexandra. You're young. You should have all the things that I wanted. I'll make the world for you the way I wanted it to be for me. Don't just sit there staring. Been around Bertie so much, you're getting to be just like her.
Funny. That's what Aunt Bertie said today.
It's good for us to get away from here.
Cal's back, Miss Regina. He said Dr. Sloan will be coming in a few minutes.
We'll go in a few weeks. A few weeks. That'll be 2 or 3 Saturdays, 2 or 3 Sundays. Oh, I'm very tired. I shall go to bed. I don't want any supper. Turn out the lights and lock up, Addie. You go to your room, Alexandra. Addie will bring you something hot. You're very tired. Addie, let me know when Dr. Sloan gets here. I don't want to talk to anybody else. Oh, I don't want any condolence calls. The whole town will be over.
Mama, I'm not coming with you. I'm not going to Chicago.
You're very upset, Alexandra.
I mean what I say with all my heart.
Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow. The morning will make a difference.
It won't make any difference. I'm not going with you. I'm going away from you because I want to. Because I know Papa would want me to.
You know your Papa would want you to go away from me?
Yes.
And if I say no?
Oh, say it, Mama. Say it. And see what happens.
And if I make you stay?
That would be foolish. It wouldn't work in the end.
You're very serious about this, Alexandra. Well, you'll change your mind in a few weeks.
You only change your mind when you want to. And I won't want to.
Alexandra, I've come to the end of my rope. Somewhere there has to be what I want too. Life goes too fast. Do what you want. Think what you want. Go where you want. I'd like to keep you with me, but I won't make you stay. Too many people used to make me do too many things. No, I won't make you stay.
You couldn't, Mama, because I want to leave here. As I've never wanted anything in my life before. Because I understand what Papa was trying to tell me. All in one day. Addie said there were people who ate the earth and other people who stood around and watched them do it. And just now, Uncle Ben said the same thing. Really, he said the same thing. Well, tell him for me, Mama. I'm not going to stand around and watch you do it. Tell him I'll be fighting as hard as he'll be fighting. Someplace where people don't just stand around and watch.
Well, you had spirit after all. I used to think you were all sugar water. We don't have to be bad friends, Alexandra. I don't want to be bad friends. Would you like to come and talk to me? Would you like to come and sleep in my room tonight?
Are you afraid, Mama?